if the only one who ever gave me forgiveness and mercy is now gone, then the only thing that's left is what I used to know. Now Mary is grieving. I think if you could give me a little liberty, I'm wondering if she's thinking, my forgiveness is gone with him. Do I have to go back to what I used to know? And I want you to know, God is so sweet and so wonderful. And I have to believe, beloved, that these things were on her mind. She wanted to care for that body. She wanted to take care of that body. And she thought that somebody had moved it. And there she was, so concerned. That's the natural, but the spiritual reason inside was something else going on in there. Because God showed her something that she absolutely needed to see. I want you to know something, beloved, that God knows you. You are not just another face in the crowd to God. I don't care how ordinary you feel. I don't care how much a part of the masses you are. God knows your name. God knows who you are. He knows your downsittings. He knows your uprisings. He knows your thoughts. He knows everything about you. And if you love Him, and remember, that's the great thing about Mary. Mary loved Jesus. Then God is going to do whatever God has to do to answer every single concern in your life. Glory to God. The two guys, they didn't see the angels. And you and I, when I read that story, we probably didn't think much about those angels either. Two angels. Note with me, please, that they were not floating in the air. They were not standing outside. They were not laying on the ground. But the particular place in which they sat ministered to Mary, I believe, in a way that was so powerful. You see, beloved, where do we see the angels? We see them seated upon the place where Jesus lay. One was seated at His head, one was seated at His feet. There were two angels. One was seated at His head, and one was seated at His feet.
Hi, my name is Pastor Lafferty, and I want to thank you for visiting us here at YouTube. You're going to see this little snippet inside of each 5-minute segment, and the way to avoid that, by the way, is to go ahead and purchase the DVD or the CD of this message. You can do that on our website. Just go to the home page and click on the media section, and there's a spot in there where you can purchase these CDs and DVDs. The other thing I want to encourage and ask you to do is maybe support the ministry by donating. At the bottom of our homepage, you'll find a link that says Giving is Convenient and Secure at FGT. Click on that and you'll see a list of the ministries here at Full Gospel Temple. You can pay your tithe online, although if you don't go here, if you go to another church, don't pay your tithe here. Pay your tithe where you go to church. But you can give an offering to any of the ministries here at Full Gospel Temple. Thanks a lot for joining us here on YouTube, and back to the message.
And Jesus lay in between them. Does any of you realize what that is? Just a decoration? No, beloved. That's the Ark of the Covenant. That's a picture of the Ark of the Covenant. Go with me in Exodus 25. Let me share some truth with you. Exodus 25, please. This is the law. Has anybody ever heard that Jesus Christ was the fulfillment of the law? How many of you heard that everything that happened in the Old Testament worship was a type and a shadow and a fulfillment of who? Jesus Christ. In Exodus chapter 25, beginning with verse number 10, let me read for your hearing. And they shall make an ark of shittim wood. 2 cubits and a half shall be the length thereof, and the cubit and a half the breadth thereof, and a cubit and a half the height thereof. And thou shalt overlay it with pure gold. Within and without shalt thou overlay it, and shalt make upon it a crown of gold round about it. Who has a crown in glory? Jesus? Is everybody out there? These aren't trick questions.
This is a copyright program of Full Gospel Temple. To receive a copy of this message, send $12 plus $3 shipping and handling to Full Gospel Temple, Attention Media, 34033 Palmer Road, Westland, Michigan, 48186. Please be sure to include your name, address, and phone number along with your email address. This program is also available on CD format for $6 plus shipping and handling. Also, ask about media partners for a savings of up to 40%.